So Lee, another away game and another disappointing defeat. What are your thoughts after that one?
Same as the other ones, really. Not good enough. Not good enough. The players have been told that. Either they change or they get changed. It's simple. There's been some changes to the team this week because last week wasn't good enough for some individuals. Today some people got themselves down again. Probably a soft mentality that runs through all the southern clubs, to be honest. Scholars, to be fair to them, have found a little bit of tough mentality this year. We haven't. Some teams haven't got that. As soon as you get put under a bit of pressure or it comes to that point in the game where you really need to dig in, we just can't. We just can't do it. We'll see the 42 points again in the end. We're just not going to win a game. So yeah, we were competitive for 60 minutes. We looked good value for it. There were only goal kicks separating the teams, but just got a bad habit of caving in at the moment. As soon as we've got to defend our try line, until we sort that out, we'll lose.
Yeah, we've seen it at Doncaster and Rochdale today, competing for the first hour. And then, do you think it might be physical as well as mental? Do you think fitness might be needing improving?
And there's one or two there that are struggling for game time, coming back from long-term injuries, so you can accept them. I don't think it's fitness, to be honest. I don't think if you look at us at Keighley, they're fitter than us. It's just that mentality. After an hour, everyone's tired. Everyone's pretty much on the feet for the last 10-15. It's just knowing where to put yourself and when you can rest and when you can't. And the mentality of ours is they're just resting. And you get caught out by the better players you play. Against the southern teams, you don't get caught out. But against the northern teams who have better players, you get caught out. And the tries at the end look disappointing. It's just from people switching off.
Yeah. It makes this Newcastle game next week now, I hasten to say. Is it a must-win, do you think?
I think we need to forget about that top 8. I think we've probably been thinking about that too much and we're nowhere near it. We've got to look after his own performances first. Just forget about finishing places. We just need to start performing better. While we're conceding over 30 points every single game, we just aren't going to win any of them. So yeah, it's on our performance. Don't worry about finishing spot at the moment. We'll look at some of the efforts there. There will be some changes to the team again next week, which is a bit frustrating. I'd prefer to settle on the team and get some continuity there, but at the moment it's just sort of chopping and changing until we find the right formula, and that'll continue next week.
Yeah. On the positive, if there's anything to take from them today, I thought the debut James Rowland slotted in well. He looks a class act for us.
Yeah, it'll be good to say he only joined on Friday, so he's trained twice with us, and he's only been playing student rugby for the last sort of 6 months. So he'll be good. The more time he spends with us, he'll be disappointed with a couple of their tries, I think, but he's certainly put a couple on a plate for us as well. So really pleasing debut for him. He's been exactly what we've been missing, to be honest. A bit of direction and leadership, and someone who makes the smart decisions, ball in hand. So he'll fit in well with us. It's just getting the other pieces of the jigsaw sorted.
How are you going to approach training now this week? Is it going to be dishing out a few home truths to the lads? Or?
I don't think they need that, to be honest. I'll speak to some individuals where they need to improve, and obviously if they're lucky enough to keep the shirt for next week, I need to see an improvement in that. But then we've got some decent players now that weren't playing today, and they'll come hopefully firing into training on Tuesday, and they'll want the shirt back next week. With a few of the decisions I've made today with the team, it's all of a sudden created a little bit of competition there. I've left out some lads who have played every single game for us there, and put a few young kids in really, and just seeing if they sank or swamp sort of thing. And a couple of them have done really well there. They've shown up alright, so they'll probably keep their shirts. That's how it'll continue until we find the right formula. Because as a club and me as a coach, those defeats aren't good enough anymore. So I don't think Keighley are 20 odd points better than us anymore. I think we've closed that gap, sort of player for player wise, but results wise it still looks like a bit of a beating, and that's not good enough anymore.